So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. I am Daksh. I'm the founder of Blub World magazine. Blub World works for a simple focus of finding teenagers who are doing great in life and sharing their inspiring stories with other teens. To put it in one simple statement, it's teens inspiring teens. Blub World as an organization has three verticals. The first one of which is research and development. And under that vertical, this very activity comes in. We as a magazine, as a publication, try to build industry white papers around the K-12 education sector, which is simply schools. So the Blub World Web Talks is basically an activity to find out, to scavenge, to know, to document, to create a repository of ideas, innovations, newness, differences, disruptions that are taking place or happening in the school education space. So this platform was created with a very simple motive. And before we move ahead, this is a bilingual platform, so you can use English or Hindi, any of the languages which you're comfortable with. The only challenge, if you use a third language, I won't get it. Otherwise, it's not a problem. You can use it, sure. So, we just got a new duty assigned to us. The duty that we were supposed to do was to decipher education or continue learning. And at this point, the new duty that has come in is to basically create a new knowledge bank that the world would need in the future. Because we right now are witnessing history getting created. And in the present, we are actually looking at a lot of milestones being created in front of our eyes. We need to understand that we will be a part of history, and very importantly, we will have to be super critical at this point of time, because what we are observing, nobody else can do it. Because as educationists, you are privy to a lot of changes that are happening. समाज में ऐसा बहुत कम बार होता है that the community around you, the society around you is ready to listen to what you're saying. And typically when this happens is when the society as a whole faces an existential challenge. So we are right now facing an existential crisis of COVID-19. And a very unique feature about this is if you want to experiment something, this is the perfect time to do it. Because you can see a lot of empathy being there in the people around you. And since that empathy is there, this is the perfect time to innovate. So today, we'll talk about all these and a lot more things in the next 30-40 minutes. But before I start, a very warm welcome to all of you to the Blub World Web Talks 74th episode. In the last 73 episodes, nearly 900 school leaders have participated on this very platform, shared their ideas, opinions with us. And some of the best ideas have been showcased on the different social media platforms of Blub World and the Blub World's earlier magazines. So before we start, let's talk about the topic for today, which is skills for the future. हम अभी जब अपने schools में हैं और पढ़ाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं और नई-नई चीजें पढ़ा रहे हैं, at this point, a very critical and a very important question has actually come up. हम जो पढ़ा रहे हैं और जिस objective के साथ पढ़ा रहे हैं, क्या वो objective अभी के curriculum से पूरा हो पाएगा? अगर नहीं, तो till what extent? और अगर हाँ, तो to what extent? Let's find out from you people that what do you think on what will be the skills of the future and what do you think about that? So let's first invite the first guest for today, Dr. Shruti Gupta, Director Principal, Brilliant Public School, Bilaspur, Chhattisgarh. Ma'am, over to you for the next 2 minutes.
Okay, good evening, everyone. And I think it was hello, Dr. and the team, Blub World team. Thank you, and a lot of gratitude to all of you for organizing this interesting session. However, there was this abrupt beginning, but I think I would confess, yes, as team leaders, as principals, we have learned how to live with all these kind of expressions, because it is very important that we understand and realize these expressions are a transition phase wherein children are learning this new normal. And when I believe into understanding this kind of an education system, when we talk about future, and wherein Mr. Daksh had mentioned that we would be soon becoming a part of a history, and we are almost onto the verge of creating another new history. I believe, yes, we are into the verge of creating another new history, and history by default happens also. But when we talk about history pieces which have to be remembered, I really want our generation to become the history keepers, the keepers of today's new changed education. So when we talk about education, I think since the last 100 years, it has not changed. And it has not at all rather changed. It was always teacher-led, and it is still teacher-led, and a lot of things are happening wherein the teacher is the showrunner. And when we talk about curriculum, it has always been understood as the syllabus. And we have never ever taken it into a value node or into a holistic node of the child's development. So I grossly feel, and I really want each one out over here to please go ahead with making sure that we go ahead with something that is really needed. Because when we talk about our own country and we talk about education as a position and a place and a change maker out there, we can vouch for it that only and only good quality teaching can bring about a lot of difference. And when I talk about good quality teaching, it will not happen with a robot teaching the children. It has to happen with hearts. It has to happen with the passion and dedication and the sweat and the work and the agility of the teacher who is standing right in front of the children. And when we talk about the agility that a teacher brings into the system, and when we talk about future education, yes, we would go ahead with talking about a lot of artificial intelligence that is making a lot of sea change into the system right now. But still, I believe whatever recently 5 minutes hence happened, everything will doom down to zero. Everything will doom down to zero if at all it doesn't really link with values. So very strongly, life skills and value education, every time we do something, is coming and is being pulled into our system very strongly. And I believe why it happened was we as students were never heard, because we as teachers never allowed our children to speak. So when we go ahead with talking about future of education, I think this is one part when we really need to make a very, very strong change. And I think my 1 minute, 2 minutes are over already. It's running. And the only thing when we talk about future of education, I strongly would willfully want everybody to really look into blended form of learning. Blended forms of learning will very, very clearly take us into 4 spectrums very clearly. Those 4 spectrums actually talking about self-paced learning, and then subsequently learning at the learner's own level. So I believe this is how I would define it in my 3 minutes. Yeah, I'm running out with time.
Thank you so much, Shruti ma'am. To summarize what all you said, that good teaching cannot happen with just robots, but there are a lot of emotion in it, a lot of personal connect with it, a lot of human factor in it, and values to be given a priority, because at the end of the day, we need to create good humans, not just one peg that actually gets fit into the whole factory of humankind or human race. And we as students were never heard. This is a very important observation, that at this point, we cannot have passive learners or content consumers at the other end. We need people who actually are much more active, much more engaged, and much more, we can say, intrusive in the process of learning, so that they actually take things in their own hands and try to learn much more and better. And yes, blended learning will be the future of education. So thank you, Shruti ma'am. Let's listen from the next speaker for today, Ms. Bhavani Karanam, Principal, Johnson Grammar School, Hyderabad, Telangana. Ma'am, over to you for the next 2 minutes. You'll have to unmute yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, done it. Am I audible to everyone present here? Done. Good evening to everyone. Very warm welcome to everyone onto the panel, and my sincere thanks to the Blub World for arranging a conference like this for us to share our ideas. Even before, I think, Divi, you should be counting my 2 minutes from now. In order to motivate and teach this generation, the school system must be reinvented, is exactly what I feel so. Because we are accountable for what matters the most. What I mean to say is, what matters the most in terms of teaching, learning, and assessing, all in new different ways. Because when we look into 2 major trends in the world that pose a fundamental challenge, there are many opportunities. To our educational system, we have many challenges and opportunities. One, the world is shifting from an industrial economy to the knowledge economy. The other is a rising generation, which is brought in the internet. They are completely brought up onto the internet, and it is very differently motivated to learn. So we need to be learning about engaging themselves very productively. They compel us to reconceptualize education throughout the globe. For me, the skills which are needed for the future, I redefine it as set skills, S-E-T. What do I define by set skills? I refer to social skills, emotional skills, and technological skills, which will help us put up ourselves onto a different platform in learning. When I refer to a social skill, as my previous speaker has rightly said, we can never do away with the life skills which are essential for the field of education. These skills, especially the social skills, will help us to communicate and interact with each other for a better collaboration as we do it right now. Now, when I speak about the emotional skills, it involves about a positive thinking, the resilience, the empathy, gratitude, and self-expression. All these together, put in a nutshell, help us to evolve better, to understand more on a teaching learning platform. What do I exactly mean by self-expression? It's all about being able to show and share your true authentic self to the others instead of just being catapulted or camouflaged into another system of learning. Why are these two skills very important for all of us? It's very easy to understand that social and emotional skills refer to regulate one's thoughts and emotions and behavior. At the same time, technological skills are equally important for us to put up into a different platform, different bandwidth. So all of us should be well aware of the technological bandwidth which is growing and enabling us to a new paradigm of learning. So all these together, the set skills, help us to evolve into a new genre of learning. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bhavani ma'am. To summarize, reinventing the school system. Yes, reinventing it in many ways, because now we need to understand different aspects that are impacting education, because keval content delivery or just a lecture doesn't make the difference, because when you're on such a call and when a student is looking at you in this square box, he's comparing you with a celebrity, क्योंकि उसने यही content consume किया है एक screen से, and that's where the engagement level goes down. And just some days back, we had a behavioral scientist on this very platform, retired Colonel Sudeep Mukherjee, who shared a very nice observation, or rather a research outcome, that a kid who is looking at a screen like this has an attention span of only 8 seconds. And on the 9th second, you have lost him. So again, engaging him on the right sense is the biggest difficulty that you see. To again summarize, industrial economy to a knowledge economy, and set skills or social, emotional and technical or technological skills is what will be needed in the coming times. And self-expression will now be the epicenter of learning, for a simple reason. When you talk of an active learner, self-expression is where you get to gauge him, you get to know whether he is an active learner or not. That's where the assessment of a learner happens. So thank you so much, Bhavani ma'am, for sharing those amazing thoughts. Let's invite the next speaker for today, Mr. Clinton Ashley Sullivan, Education Consultant and former Principal, Julian Day School, Havda, West Bengal.
Thank you, sir. At the very outset, let me take the opportunity to thank you, Blub World, for extending this invitation to me. As one of the many educators of this nation, I would like to share some of my ideas and thoughts with the fraternity of educators, academicians, facilitators, teachers all over the world. Educators have always been considered the strongest pillars and architects of society. Hence, today, at this juncture, I think we need to suitably first and foremost adapt to this radical changes that have occurred at this point in the stream of history. The dissemination of education from now on is going to be completely different from what it has been. A teacher's classroom will be virtual, made up of his or her students, and mind you, their family members in most cases. Initially, it will be onerous, but we will eventually all get accustomed to this new phase and will enjoy it as well. However, in the meantime, educational institutions will have to work exceptionally hard to innovate ways and means, skills, etc. of attracting students via this virtual platform. They will have to rebuild on infrastructures that will commensurate with the demand of the day. After all, parents will not approach an institution that does not fulfill the expected criteria. So let us all get prepared for a battle not of flesh and blood, but one that will culminate in providing the best platform for the interested parents of the near future who will seek admission into our institutions for their children. That's all I have to say today. Thank you once again, sir, and Blub World for this very warm invitation.
Thank you so much, Clinton, sir. To summarize what you said, that adaptation is right now everything, and it was everything, because that was the only way schools or typically education and the teaching learning process could start. And wo adaptation bahut jaldi hua across the nation, across the world even, because we shared, when we had some initial talks, we had a principal come in from Singapore, and they had initiated a very nice idea within their school just to keep everybody active. They started something called Teachers Tea Party. Every morning at 7:15 to 7:20, they had a 5-minute teachers tea party on such a video call where all the teachers and the complete staff of the school came in on video with their teacups, and they started discussing on what one new solution they have for all the teachers that they can use and implement today. And it was a very nice idea that got emulated in a lot of schools across India, and we even shared that idea in the magazine and in the social media for being replicated. We had the principal of an institute called Kalinga Institute from Odisha, which teaches nearly 50,000 students, tribal students, in one campus, and without charging them any fees. The principal from there shared a very nice statement. I'm blatantly quoting him again. He said that a school is a place where the society finds its definition, where a society typically learns what society is. And we right now are supposed to teach a paradox. We're supposed to teach social distancing. So how will that happen? How will we actually meet the objective for which we were supposed to be, we were supposed to achieve, or the reason why we had our genesis as an institution? So what we could understand after talking to so many people in so many days is the definition of a school, the way we know it, the concept of it, the financial model of it, the working model of it, has already been obliterated. It does not exist. The institution that we are going to reopen will need a completely new definition from a lot many aspects. So thank you so much, Sullivan sir. So now let's hear it from the next guest for today, Dr. K. Komala Krishna, Director, School Services Society, Hyderabad, Telangana.
Good evening, all of you. Thank you very much for the Blub World magazine, and hi to everyone in the panel. The time given is 2 minutes, is not sufficient to explain. Now we are into the revolutionary phase of education. In 21st century, it has to happen slowly because of some pandemic. It has suddenly happened to the society, but we have to appreciate the community of the teachers, and the society of teaching fraternity has come forward to develop their skills immediately for the 21st century. Coming to the future education of the students, now in 21st century, we have to develop the children towards critical thinking, problem solving, communication. Above all, technologically, we have to see that the children should involve in all those things, because for the past 5 years, we have seen the technological influence has become 1000% more before ever. Now in the coming years, in the year of 2030, we cannot expect the same jobs what we are training today will be available in the society. So students should be trained for the future. First, we have to see that parents are prepared mentally for this. This phase of education is required for the students. Teachers are trained properly, and education should drastically take this as a challenge to take it forward in the technology phase. In the case study, we have seen 46% of the teachers are using homework to do technology, and 94% of the students, they are using technology for their homework learning. In this, now today we have to call the teachers as facilitators, catalysts, illuminators, entrepreneurs, and they are the more than that of that, they are the friends now. No more that teaching is teacher-centric or school-centric. It has beyond the classroom. Students are supposed to be trained for the future, where the globalization is rapidly happening. Tomorrow, one among 4 workers in the world will be the India. One among them will be the Indians. So we should prepare our students for the futuristic future, and at the same time, education should be emerged through technology, and no place of teacher will be replaced by any technology, because emotional coefficient is more important. With this, I conclude, no technology can replace the teacher, but technology is very important for the welfare of the Indian economic development. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing those thoughts. And yes, 46% teachers are using technology for homework. And बहुत एक important चीज ये है, a lot of platforms which are not supposed to be education platforms have right now turned out to be some of the best facilitators for education. An example being WhatsApp, which was not supposed to be an edtech platform, but it was extensively used for giving out homeworks and sending out videos. And one thing that we as an educator need to understand right now, that now being an educator also has a part where you have to judge technology. You'll have to decide that which platform is good for you, which edtech is good for you. So you have to have the knowledge set so that you can review technology. So now you need to be a tech geek as well to select the right kind of atmosphere that you want to put your student in. Because once you implement a technology, it's not just a platform that comes in. It's a complete ecosystem that comes in. Because once technology grips you, it grips you from all sides. So you'll have to think on much, much deeper levels to understand that which ecosystem do we want to introduce our students to. So thank you so much, ma'am, for bringing that amazing knowledge to our notice. Now let's hear it from the next speaker for today, Ms. Jasjeet Kaur Jaggi, Principal, the Mokat Trust International School, Rajpura, Punjab. Ma'am, over to you for the next 2 minutes.
I think I'm audible. Good evening, everyone.
Yeah.
The time limit is very late, but I like, because I've seen all the other principles. 3 minutes is scary. Now you start my time, Div, not before that. We have to talk on the skills. Komal Krishna ma'am told the 21st century skills, we cannot ignore that. Shruti ma'am told, yes. We make syllabus, but we're not worried about the curriculum. So at the moment we start putting in curriculum, we start putting it set, what Bhavani ma'am told. So life skills and social skills we cannot ignore. The best part where I want my children or skill to be developed is what Clinton sir told, resilience. Our children need to adapt to the new environment. Teachers need to adapt to the new environment. It's very difficult telling few teachers कि ma'am let the children be inquisitive. बहुत questions पूछते हैं ma'am वो तंग करते हैं, because it's very difficult to make the children sit inside this screen and have an attention span which is not more than 4 to 5 minutes for, I think, secondary children also. If you see senior secondary children, they would be listening to you, but opening and the Netflix be going on. So now we need to teach children life skills. It's very difficult. Life skills means we need to teach them how to be risk takers. The most important thing right now was to teach them netiquette, how to behave themselves on the screen, which is really very difficult, very, very tedious, Herculean job for the teachers. So now when we as educators, we have to see, is it that we are making blue collar children or white collar? But I think we are making humans, we're not making robots. We want children leaders with flexibility. We all are flexible. We accept changes, isn't it? The new normal was not easy for us. As leaders, we know the type of stress. We were all in March mid. But now we all are relaxed because everybody has accepted the resilience. Everybody, even the parents. Initially, it was not teaching the student. It was teaching the family, entire family sitting behind the screen. And then saying, ma'am, aapke teacher ne na ye word theek nahi pronounce kiya. So it's not only us. It's not only the students, it's even the parents have to learn the skill, how to accept the changes. Teachers can make mistakes. There was one competition which I had in my school and I told children to draw the corona. How do you think kya hai corona? So the child made an elephant with wings. कि मैम ये बहुत मुश्किल है लेकिन उड़ना तो है ही है. Just imagine the creativity of the child. I am giving my children in my school. Then there was environment day, earth day आया. मैम earth day में क्या करेंगे? बोर हो जाएंगे, grow तो कर नहीं सकते. So let's do. Then what I started was I made them. Actually I learned and then I taught them how to grow microgreens. It's a very new concept, but it's very healthy. खुद grow करते हैं, then they eat. Div, I don't like you. One hand is up. So microgreens were taught how to grow. These are those skills which we want the children to have compassion, to have personality traits, believe in themselves, not be scared of failure, accept challenges. These are those skills which we never assess. क्योंकि ये सॉफ्ट स्किल्स है, हार्ड स्किल मैथ साइंस सब के असेस करके हम मार्क्स दे देते हैं, इसमें कहाँ मार्क्स हैं? That is the reason I think CBSE also started giving a lot of importance on all these things. If we face stress on social skills, I think all the other like depression, anxiety, all these would automatically come down, and there'll be more happy go children in our society. You can always say thank you so much for being so wonderful, and I really enjoyed. Thank you, Daksh, for giving me this opportunity. See, I completed on time.
Thank you so much, Jaspreet ma'am. To again summarize what you said, the resilience and adaptation अभी सबसे important skills. Blue collar या white collar students हम क्या तैयार कर रहे हैं society के लिए कि हमें क्या चाहिए? What do we need? The kind of people we actually need in the society in coming times. Teachers can also make a mistake. And अभी इस point पे what we all know and we are all experiencing every single day for at least 4 or 5 hours a day कि जो school है वो 100% transparent हो गया है. And एक नया तरीके का parent पैदा हो गया है who is an helicopter parent जो कि हर class में हर समय पे है. हमारे क्लासेस जो अभी तक 30 बच्चों के थे वो उसके क्वाड्रपल हो गए हैं, करीबन आप मान के चलें 30 से 125 लोग उस एक क्लास का कंटेंट कंज्यूम कर रहे होते हैं. और एट दैट पॉइंट एवरी सिंगल वर्ड और एन अल्फाबेट दैट यू अटर इज जज्ड, इज स्क्रूटिनाइज्ड. एंड सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम ये है एजुकेशन सेक्टर में CRM नाम का कोई डिपार्टमेंट होता ही नहीं है. So we don't have a department which can actually resolve these things. We do not have a customer relationship management department क्योंकि वो स्कूल उसके लिए प्रिपेयर्ड ही नहीं होता. And when you talk of education, we are not there to please, we are there to teach. And there's a difference in it. And इतने ज्यादा स्क्रूटनी को स्कूल के लिए भी हैंडल करना, एक टीचर के लिए भी डाइजेस्ट करना बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है क्योंकि वो खुद भी अपने घर से पढ़ा रहा है. उसका ऑलरेडी एक एटमॉस्फेरिक कंफर्ट जो है वो खत्म हो चुका है. उसका वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस नाम की वो अब चीज जानता ही नहीं है क्योंकि एवरी टाइम इज वर्क. देयर इज नो टाइम व्हेन यू आर नॉट वर्किंग बिकॉज एट एवरी पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम आपका ज्योग्राफी या आपका एटमॉस्फेयर चेंज नहीं हो रहा होता, आप उसी में अटके हुए हैं. एंड दैट ब्रिंग्स इन द फ्रस्ट्रेशन, दैट ब्रिंग्स डाउन यू एज एन इंडिविजुअल. एंड एक चीज जो स्कूल्स ने बहुत अच्छे से करी थ्रू आउट द लॉकडाउन एंड फॉर विच यू मस्ट बी अप्रिशिएटेड थॉरली, आपने हर घर का एंजाइटी लेवल कम करके रखा क्योंकि आपने बच्चों को एंगेज रखा. नहीं तो पेरेंट्स उन्हें दिन के 24 घंटे शायद एंगेज भी नहीं रख पाते और घर में पता नहीं क्या क्या हो जाता. So absolutely a big pat on the back and a lot of thumbs up for doing that. So, and Corona as the elephant with wings, ये बहुत ही अच्छी imagination है and we would want to know more about this painting. तो उस बच्चे से I would request, tell him to write something about it. भले ही 4 statements लिखे, 5 statements लिखे, because let that perspective come out. Because this is the time जब हमने एक चीज बहुत अच्छे से समझी है कि we all need to understand the importance of self-designed learning. कि बहुत सारी लर्निंग बच्चा खुद डिजाइन करेगा. द ओनली थिंग इज कि आपको उसे फैसिलिटेट करना है. एंड टीचर एज अ फैसिलिटेटर हम जानते थे पर प्रैक्टिस कभी नहीं किया था, जो अब कर लिया सबने. एंड दिस इज वेयर दिस कम्स इन कि यस, उसकी इमेजिनेशन से क्यों लेके आप पूरे कॉन्सेप्ट समझा दें. एंड दैट्स द डिफिकल्ट पार्ट ऑफ इट, बट लेट्स सी हाउ विल वी एक्चुअली टेक गो अहेड विद इट. एंड माइक्रो ग्रीन्स, सॉफ्ट स्किल असेसमेंट, सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज हमारे पास हर समय यही होता है कि हम बच्चे का सारे एस्पेक्ट्स जज कर लें लेकिन वैल्यू एजुकेशन जज कैसे करें, उसका सेल्फ डेवलपमेंट हुआ कि नहीं ये जज कैसे करें. सो दिस इज वेयर टीचिंग हिम विजडम कम्स इन. सो देयर इज वन स्कूल इन सुंदरबंज इन Odisha, they started something called, they told students to do an assignment called write a wisdom diary every evening. Create a list of what good you did and what bad you did. And this diary, bring it to school once the school reopens, and this will be your test of your wisdom, that have you learned something or not, and how is your decision making in whether it's good for you or it's bad for you. So thank you so much, Jaspreet ma'am. So let's invite the last guest for today, Mr. Shailendra Soni. Oh, Shailendra ji has been on this call for at least 2-3 days and वो 2-3 दिन से continuous नहीं बोल पा रहे हैं due to some kind of a technical issue. So let's finally listen from Shailendra ji, who's the principal of Raisan Public School, Raisan, Madhya Pradesh. Shailendra ji, over to you for the next 2 minutes.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. And thank you to that is Blue World Web Doc. Sir, actually, when I think about that is skill of future, so I just think we should interact some interesting things for the students. These are normally should be flexibility, adaptability, And according to me, that is, students should be creative also. Some few, and we should also interact. That is technology, and for that is what I think, that is continue teaching in a school. That is when we are teaching online to the students. We should interact students with that is like another technology also, like as a PowerPoint presentation. We can also add some videos, add some media also, and for this it is also essential to develop their social skills, and with the help of these we can develop their emotional intelligence, emotional characteristics, properties. These we can develop. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shailendra-ji. So the way we curate these calls is very simple. We try to bring in the maximum geographical variety as possible. इस call में भी आप देख सकते हैं, there are people from typically all across India. इसमें हाँ north east थोड़ा सा miss हो गया है, northern India से I think राजपुरा तक ही जा पाया, मुझसे ऊपर north अभी इस वाले call में नहीं गए. But normally इस call के अंदर typically आपको पूरे India की हर geography मिल जाती है. So now we have heard all of you that what do you think is the future of education? At this point, we need to all understand one, two things. ये मैं अगली कुछ बातें is just some food for thought, so that when we meet next, there's something more interesting to talk about. So, actually, कौन सी skills हैं जिनको आप पढ़ाने की जरूरत है? Because as education, हम किसी को भी दो ही चीजें सिखा रहे होते हैं. And education के दो ही element हैं जो किसी ना किसी तरीके से बच्चे को decipher होंगे या बच्चे तक पहुंचेंगे. One of them is skill, that he starts to know something, to do something with his own hands and has that capability. And second is sensibility. इसके अलावा तीसरा हम कुछ नहीं दे रहे होते. पहली स्किल दे रहे होते हैं, दूसरी सेंसिबिलिटी दे रहे होते हैं, बाकी उसको खुद डेवलप करना होता है over a course of time. The better his taste, the more he grows in life. And when we talk of skills, तो अभी बहुत सारी ऐसी स्किल्स हैं जो ह्यूमन स्किल्स थी अभी तक, जो टेक्नोलॉजी ने टेक ओवर कर ली. Because they are redundant skills, they are repetitive. तो टेक्नोलॉजी उन्हें कर सकती थी. अब अकाउंटिंग एक स्किल नहीं है जो हुआ करती थी. अकाउंटेंसी एक काम हुआ करता था, एक जॉब था, वो अब नहीं है, because accounting is automated. And when you move ahead, तो आपका even economic analysis या किसी एक व्यक्ति का risk analysis, जो बैंक्स की risk containment units होती थी, जिसके अंदर किसी जमाने में शायद हजारों लोग एम्प्लॉयड होते थे और बड़ी बड़ी ये डिपार्टमेंट्स होते थे किसी भी बैंक में, वो अब शायद 5 या 10 CA के अंदर डिपार्टमेंट ही खत्म हो जाता है, because technology can easily drive it. So we now need to understand कि हमारा जो स्किल लिस्ट है जो हम पढ़ाने वाले हैं, that should be tested on one more barometer, and that barometer is technology. If tech can do it, don't teach it. If tech cannot do it, teach it. So we need to understand what is that very element that will always keep humans better than technology. And when we say creativity, we have to define that word. We cannot stick to just creativity क्योंकि अब उसमें delve into करने का time आ गया है. We need to now teach students that how to think, how to change, how to digest change, how to relearn, unlearn, and continuously innovate and handle disruptions. Because when we talk of startups, जिस पूरे ecosystem में हम अभी हैं, it exists on disruptions. कि जो होता आ रहा है उस ट्रेंड को तोड़ के वो अपने लिए एक जगह बनाते हैं. और इतना डिसरप्शन एज ह्यूमंस हमारे लिए हैंडल करना बहुत स्ट्रेसफुल है. एंड व्हेन यू वांट टू क्रिएट अ करियर इन सच अ टाइम, दिस इज वेयर द रियल चैलेंज कम्स इन. आपने डाइवर्जेंट थिंकिंग सिखानी होगी, डिजाइन थिंकिंग सिखानी होगी, एंड डिसीजन मेकिंग सिखानी होगी. और इन सारी बातों का बॉटम लाइन वही है, इनका असेसमेंट नेक्स्ट टू इम्पॉसिबल. सो दिस इज वेयर द नेक्स्ट लेवल एजुकेशन चैलेंजेस हैव एक्चुअली, कि आपको बच्चे को जिस भी कैपेबिलिटी आपको rather than a content deliverer, आपने एक ऑब्जर्वर बनना. You'll have to think on those lines. And observation को quantify करने या assess करने के तरीके ढूंढने पड़ेंगे कि वो हम कैसे करेंगे, because that's where the new assessment lies. So before this talk comes to an end, I would rather want to share just one thing with you. आगे आने वाली पीढ़ियां, the future generations will actually be looking towards you and asking a simple question कि जब आपने कुछ नहीं करना था तब आप क्या कर रहे थे? So this is the time when you are supposed to write observation papers. आप लोग इतने पढ़े लिखे हैं and आप जो अपने इकोसिस्टम में देख सकते हैं वो कोई और नहीं देख सकता. So build a habit of writing an observation paper every evening. भले ही 200-250 words लिखिए, लेकिन लिखिए, क्योंकि आप शायद भूल जाएं, वो पेपर पे नहीं भूलेगा. And that very documents that you create will become the knowledge bank of the future, because that's where the new innovation will come up. I hope you enjoyed the last 20-30 minutes. If you did, and if you want to attend the future sessions, you can open your audio, say a big yes, and thank you so much for being a part of the Blub World Web Talks 74th edition. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.
Thank you. Stay safe.
Thank you. Thank you, people.